What's up guys, Brett Medlock here. I wanted to do a little let's play of Shadow of the Colossus on PS4. It's a game that comes out next week. Sony sent us the review code. I already beat it, but I wanted to do a preview, just let you guys know how it is, how it plays, what's different, what's new, stuff like that. So here we are. I'm going to skip this as soon as it's done loading. I don't want to spoil anything for people who are trying to know stuff that's about the story. I know it's a really old game, but maybe some people are jumping into it for the first time. So I actually hadn't played this game up until it got remastered on PS3, which all they really did was just up-res the PS2 version. It doesn't really look that much different. It definitely looked more rounded and just better overall, but it wasn't like from the ground up remake like this is. This is just breathtaking. I don't know how much you'll be able to tell how good it looks like, because when I'm looking at a 55-inch 4K TV, and it's super pretty. Right now I have it on the frames per second version, so you have the option for HDR, which I don't know why it's off. Oh, it's because I'm capturing. So you have the performance mode and the cinematic mode, which they both look really good. I preferred the 4K version, which is rare. I usually choose frames per second over 4K just because I think it looks better in motion. But with this game, for some reason, I love the 4K version. It just looks more smooth, and I can't even really explain it. I just like it more. So I'm gonna use frame rate right now since I'm uploading this video to 1080p, so there's no point in playing in 4K. And you guys can see the 60 frames per second, which looks nice. So I'm on my way to the third Colossus. I don't know. Headed the wrong way. And I just wanted to go through this with you guys and tell you what's different, what's better, well, nothing's really worse, but one thing that gets a little bit annoying throughout the game is that the horse is kind of tough to control. They didn't really fine-tune the horse, I don't think, at all. Because from my memory, it's playing the exact same as it did in the old version, which isn't that big a deal, but pretty much everything's like that, though. The gameplay overall, if you've played the PS2 or PS3 version, it feels, in terms of the gameplay, the exact same, like almost the exact same. They didn't do much tinkering. At least it doesn't feel like it. I don't want to say they didn't, but it doesn't feel like they did much in terms of gameplay. Jesus, didn't realize that was a cliff. Now in graphics, on the other hand, it's a whole Blue Point Games is known for doing remasters. They redid the Uncharted games on PS4. They've done Titanfall, the Xbox 360 version, I believe, and they're really good at it. But this doesn't even look like the same game. I did a side-by-side comparison. I didn't upload a video of it. I just want to see what it looked like. And it literally looks like a different game. Like, everything you could imagine is completely changed. Like, those rocks up there, they're all different from the original. Like, the way the grass looks, completely different from the original, which I just thought was awesome. Everything is redone. So that's what made me wish that the game kind of was more fine-tuned in terms of the gameplay. It still plays fine and everything, but the controls, they have a modern control scheme, and when I started playing them, like, it still kind of feels like the old control scheme. Like, I had recently played The Last Guardian, which you can check out my review, and it feels really similar to The Last Guardian in terms of how it controls. So I don't know how much they really could do. I don't know if it was just hard picking out like certain buttons to use, since this game plays kind of weird. Because you have to hold on to something in order to grab something. You have to hold down a button, which that's one of the things I thought was weird. Using R2 to hold down, and not die. So using R2 to hold on to Colossus and aiming this with R1 is fine, but whenever you're using your bow, shooting with R1 just feels kind of weird. And there's nothing. Hang on, let me check. I don't think there's anything that L2 does. L2 does not do anything, so I would have preferred to aim my bow with L2 and shoot with R2, but I guess they couldn't, because that's how you grab onto stuff. So I don't know. L2 doesn't do nothing. It's really weird. So I'm on my way to this Colossus, which I gotta get my sword back at to know where I'm going. Am I headed the wrong way? Okay, so I just noticed I took the super long way to get here. I came from the opposite side that I did last time, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna climb up this thing, which just this whole section. I just love how much they did. Like, it just looks beautiful. The water is one of my favorite parts of the graphical overhaul. It just looks gorgeous. And of course, there's photo mode, which is just as awesome as usual. Has a bunch of the stuff that like a lot of games have. I'll just tinker with it a little bit. You can do like that, make it look all cool. Change the filter. You can change the depth, make it more blurry up front, which looks cooler. And I guess I'll just take a picture of this. I mean, that looks kind of cool, I guess. It's not as good as my other pictures. You know what? I'll just show you my other pictures. No, I don't want to spoil anything. I'll add some pictures right here while I'm talking, just so you can see them. The ones that aren't spoilery. So, make my way up this little thing, which just like the way the bugs fly through the air, and you see animals when you're riding on your horse. You see birds flying in the sky. It's just incredible what they did to this PS2 game. Like, I'm not even sure how they did something like this. Like, and keeping the same the gameplay mechanics 100%. Like, I'm not sure if they had to start from scratch and try to make it feel like the PS2 and PS3 version, or if they had like the skeleton of that and they just had to build around it and make this look super good. But one thing I noticed, which is kind of weird, is when you're watching videos on YouTube of this game, I don't think it looks as good as it does whenever you're playing it. It's kind of strange, but there's only one other game that I noticed did that, and it's a random game called Fate Extella, which, if you look up any of the videos, the game looks terrible, like the way it looks in motion. But when you're playing it, it looks fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy. I can't grab onto that. But yeah, some of the buttons are better. Like, I can't remember if you jump rolled in the old one with circle, but that just feels really natural doing this with circle, because it's like how all the shooters are and stuff, like Uncharted. But and you hit with square. I'm not sure if that was in the old one either. I should probably go back and play it just to see what the button controls were like. Oh wait, they have an old control scheme. So wait, I'm gonna go ahead and get a trophy while I'm here, because I just remembered one of the trophies. I don't really know if this is breaking the embargo, but that's not really a big deal. Is to play the game in classic mode, which you jump with triangle, grab with R1, camera zoom with R2. This is so weird. So PS2-y. Doesn't look that bad. I just gotta grab with R1 and hit with circle. That is so weird. So yeah, I'm gonna beat this Colossus in classic mode, because that will get me a trophy. It was really fun jumping back into this, because I had forgotten how to take out most of the Colossus, and half the fun in this game is the puzzle that is killing them. Like, after you figure it out, it's fairly simple, but figuring out how to do it is the funnest part. And I don't know. Now I'm focused. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. That's still the same. You call your horse with X. That's really weird. Jump with triangle. That reminds me of The Last Guardian. Okay, come on. Whoa, use the left stick to aim. Okay, this is weird. Really were weird times back then. I don't know what it is about having to stop and shoot. There's something I love about it. It just reminds me of back in the old days with like Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 5 even, stopping to shoot. You can't run and shoot. It just makes things more intense in my opinion. Would you swing your sword already? Oh wait, I have to get on this thing over here. He has to break his arm first. Come on, come on. Yes. Do it. Ah. It's now his arm thing is broken off, so I can climb up him. I can take him out just like that. I think he might be one of the only ones that only has one weak spot. I could be wrong. I remember one of them I killed with just stabbing him in one place. At least aiming with the left stick feels a bit more natural. Because I feel like half the time I'm playing in claw, which I'm not sure if you know what that is, but it's when you have to move your fingers all weird on the buttons. Come on. Hit me, man. I should have just played with the classic control scheme. I feel like it's not that bad. Here we go. Better hurry. I'm pretty far away. Get up there. No. Yes. I accidentally called my horse. Its controls are weird. Okay, I grabbed him. I feel like he wasn't grabbing him as good as normal. There's all my arrows sticking inside his stomach. That's cool, they stay. Just dangling. Better not run out of stamina, I know that. Stamina. Get up. Let's go. Go. Should probably try and stand on his head before my stamina runs out. That's one of the worst feelings, whenever your stamina runs out and you can't, and you have to climb all the way back up. I think he might have only one weakness. No, he has two. Where's the other one? What you can do, actually, that I didn't even really use that much the whole game, is you can find out where his weakness is using this. Which, I'm in a weird position. So it's down. Speed is back. Stomach? Yep. All my arrows. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, it's pretty important, is the camera is hard to get along with. Really hard to control every now and then. And he is dead. And just like that, that's the end of this video, which I'm under 20 minutes, so I still might edit out some of the stuff when I got lost and stuff like that, but this game's $40. It comes out in just like a week or so, or maybe 2 weeks, I can't remember. But it's a ton. If you haven't played it, it's a must-play game. Like, it's amazing. You have to play this game. For any gamer out there, this is knowledge you have to have by playing this game, because this is known as one of like the greatest games of all time. And I loved it playing it on PS3, and I love this version. It's gorgeous. The controls are kind of wonky. The camera's kind of wonky, but it's so easy to look past because this game is so much fun. Figuring out how to take down these monsters is a blast, and I highly recommend it. And that's all. And I will talk to you guys later.